Joined now by head women's basketball coach Joddie Gleason. Let's get the bad and the ugly out early. Of course, Chico State, that game on Thursday night, rival, your alma mater. Those games are as big as they get. You're up 18, you end up losing by a point. How do you swallow that pill?
We still haven't. You know, it's a week later, and we still wake up in the middle of the night, and can't sleep. And it's just one of those games that all we needed was one play down the stretch, and we couldn't make one play. And we talked about it as a team. We watched film. We harped on people that we felt that needed to step up and didn't, and they did a much better job on Thursday of doing that.
What can you pin it on one thing? Or obviously, over the course of the minutes, there are a lot of things that didn't happen right. But what is the biggest thing when you and Skip talked about it and you talked about it with the team? We lost this game because.
We had people. We said they were hiding. Where Chico started to press. They started to get real physical and real aggressive, and we couldn't get the ball to our point guards. We had other guards that whose player would leave them to go double, and they would kind of hide in the background and didn't come get the ball and make a play. And that they're trying to be aggressive. They want to foul at that point, and we just couldn't get the extra pass out of the trap.
And then what about the inability to hit the free throws down the stretch? I think it was something like 7 of
Huge.
12.
Yeah.
And not only that, but it doesn't show up. Front end of the bonus is what you're missing too.
Yeah, we had two trips to the line down the stretch that missed the front ends, and you make those and you win. So there's so many things that went wrong that if one of them didn't, then it would have been a different outcome. And we just try to learn from it and move on.
All right, of course, last year you had a similar situation against UC San Diego. They had some prayers answered. But nevertheless, they came back and had a nice win against you. And you used that and really slingshotted into the playoffs and had a great year, your best year yet as a coach here at Humboldt State. How do you try to replicate that this year?
I think our seniors that really have talked about that and talked about how we can use this to help us, and it's up to them. They need to step up and really get after it and come to compete and know that we need them to make plays and to play well. And we used that San Diego game last year. I think the Chico game was actually worse because they didn't have to make a prayer shot. We kind of just gave it to them. But we hope that loss can really help us move forward.
Okay, and then of course Saturday night against Stanislaus, you made a big statement. You thoroughly dismantled Cal State Stanislaus. So you had to be happy. There was some concern. I know. How is the team going to react? Well, obviously they got the message and they reacted well.
Right. We had a huge game by Andrea Bobick. She's one that we really felt that needed to step up, and she did a nice job on Saturday of making plays either for herself or finding other people and just being aggressive. And she's one of our best playmakers, and we want the ball in her hands at the end of a game. And so, we had that last media timeout, and it was, okay, this is the time. And they all, nodded and knew that we need to make a statement at that time and keep our lead, and they did that.
And they did that. And, of course, Bobick had a huge game. And she said, we talked to her after the game, she said, I was singled out. Coach talked to me, and, obviously it worked out for her. Okay. Later on tonight, you're going to take on UC. The big bad wolf is in town, number 7 in the West region. You got over that Chico State hurdle. This would be a huge one. I mean, this could be good. I mean, this is a good team coming to town. How bad do you want this win?
This is a huge game for us. It doesn't get any bigger than this. We have the chance to play an undefeated team, the number 1 team in our conference, number 7 team in the nation, and probably the number 1 team in the region when those rankings come out. And to get that big win really helps, obviously in the conference, but also when come postseason time. They really look at big wins and regional wins, and this would be a huge one for us. And it's just something that our team really wants after that bitter loss last year. And so, we're hoping that we can come out and bring it, and they're really good. They're very athletic and active on defense, and really force a lot of turnovers. So we have to make sure we take care of it.
You guys are starting to build a nice little rivalry with him as well. I noticed that last year, of course, at the regionals. Sitting with your girls, and I was going, did you see what she said? Did you see that? She looked at me in the dinner line. that was a lot of fun. So, and then of course Cal State East Bay before you head back on the road. But after this weekend's over, that's going to mark the halfway point of conference. As a whole, you got to feel pretty good with what the team is doing and where you're at this point in the season.
Right. You can't really look at where you are in the conference until you get past that first midway mark where everybody's played everyone and everyone has the same number of games and whatnot. And we're happy where we are. We had a really tough 4-game road stretch, and we went 3 out of 4, won 3 out of 4, and probably the toughest 4 games that we'll have. And we have to continue to play well at home and we have another 4-game road stretch to end our season, and so that'll be another test for us.
All right, injury-wise, Taylor Kilgore is out. What's the injury, and are you going to be able to get her a red shirt, or is she done?
Yeah, she's done for the year. She's been sidelined with shin splints, and they're chronic shin splints that we tried to rest her as much as we could, and we couldn't get them healed. She couldn't play 100%, and so she's out for the year. And we're hoping she hasn't played in the number of games that luckily that are required for a season of competition. So we're going to petition for a medical red shirt with her. And Kayla Williams just broke her hand, and so it's that 2-guard position is
thin
they
real
just
quick.
Keep dropping. Taylor went down, then Louisa went down, then Katie Richards went down, and then now Kayla. So I don't think anybody wants to be in that position.
That's a tough go right there. With injuries, my next guest, Shannon Childs, the athletic trainer for athletic director. I was about to give him a big raise right here. So talk to me about his role with the team.
For us, it's huge this year, especially. We hope to keep people out of there, but he does a really good job of getting our people back as soon as they can, and communicating with us. And we don't want to get that call from Shannon that says that somebody's out for the season, but he has a really tough job. He never has an off season. It's one of those positions that he's on for every football to soccer to basketball all through the year. So it's huge for our program.
And over the years, how has your trust in him gained, and as you guys learn to read each other, when he makes that phone call, that what he's telling you is legit?
Oh yeah, we his say is the final word, and he's he knows the athletes want to play. We want them to play, but it's whatever's best for them, and ultimately, and we're not going to put somebody out there and endanger them.
All right, Joddie, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Joddie Gleason right here on Humboldt State tonight. Shannon Childs next right here.
When you're enjoying the great Pilsner taste of a Miller Lite, do you ever think about the way it's triple hops brewed? I mean, you're out there with a few friends, drinking a Miller Lite. Does the fact that we add hops at 3 different times during the brewing, instead of all at once, ever cross your mind? Yeah, that's what we thought. But go ahead and enjoy that great taste anyway. Triple hops brewed Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling.
Dustin, what are you doing on the field?
Lumberjack for life.
But you don't play for the Lumberjacks anymore.
Look, HSU football gave me and my teammates a great college experience and prepared us for life off the field. By going to hsujacks.com, click on Donate, then click on JFan, I Can Give, so you and our future teammates can better experience life as a Jack. And it's so easy, even a football player could do it.
Join the tradition of Jacks football. Become a teammate at hsujacks.com.